above. Tell me I'm not the only one you love. I forget the fucking word.
This is my 19. Waving the flag. I'm waving the flag.
I'm waving the flag.
The 89 240 SX shell deemed the rat trap. It is getting a 4.8 liter LS, which I have sitting over there, and a carbureted setup. But today we're installing the ISR swap mount kit. Should come with everything you need. I mean, both engine brackets, trans mount. But I have a good old LS6 block here. It could be repaired, but I'm too lazy to do it. So that's going to be our mock-up motor today. I have an oil pan. If I can find oil pan bolts for it over there, I will try and see if the stock oil pan will fit in there without buying the swap kit, because I am lazy and cheap. But I got to cut the core support out, fit a radiator, because I don't want to use a stock 241. I got a big old 4-core thick aluminum rad, which should be able to cool the LS no problem, especially with it being carbureted. But let's get to work, and I'll come back when we have progress. So bringing you back to rat trap, I got the core support out, took this headlight off. It was only held in by one bolt, so I cut it off. Or I didn't cut it off, it actually snapped off. But I'm not using any of the factory harness. I'm going to use aftermarket turn signals, headlights. Everything's going to be ran off a switch panel. It's not meant to look pretty. But this chassis was $500. It came with the title, which, again, that's beautiful. And there's definitely some rust, but that's normal 240 things. It's not too far gone to where I couldn't fix it. The strut towers aren't completely rotted out, which, again, perfect. But basically, it's just a unfinished paint scheme all the way throughout the car. So it's perfect to be a rat rod-esque car. But other than that, I'm waiting for Cam to come back from getting changed. We're going to put the mock-up block in, see where it sits, see what we can do, because if I can manage to fit a oil pan back stock location, I'd rather run that than try and buy the swap pan. Obviously, if I have to buy the swap pan, I have to buy the swap pan, but I don't want to, because this is supposed to be a budget build. Over here, I have radiator. That was a hand-me-down. I bought that 4.8, but that was cheap. Here's my pile of parts, ironically enough, budget build, but had a listing come up for a 4-speed manual, $100, picked that up. I had a Lakewood bell housing sitting there. That was perfect. I had the clutch also for that bell housing, because I was going to use it for this here, my twin turbo LS Miata. But I went a different direction. I went with a CD09 out of a 350Z instead. Carbureted, so I don't want anything crazy, but I'll come back with more updates on this and what we get done. So that's the next plan.
A few moments later.
So me and Cam helped me real quick. He's toying with his own fuel pump, but he helped me get this in with the stock. I can't think of the stock oil pans that come on these cars. So sorry, I had to go grab a light, but we got it in. It's very loosely mounted. It's not tight by any means. The mounts to the actual subframe aren't tight, but we see. Obviously, I'm probably going to have to run the relocated mount, oil pan. Because right here in this area, that little U, that's where the steering rack sits. And I'd like to retain this factory steering rack, but we shall see. obviously I'd have to get one. I don't have one for the car. But as far as initial impressions, I'm very surprised as to how well this fits in the actual chassis of the 240, being that I have a big turbo built KA motor that obviously I took out, pistons, rods, big-ish turbo. I mean, for the size of the motor, it's big, but in general, not so big. But I'm shocked how much this takes up the room in the engine bay compared to this. You would think you're taking a 2.4 liter and essentially literally multiplying it to a 4.8, and it fits beautifully. I think I'll have plenty of room for headers through. I'm probably going to run stock manifolds just to try and keep things simple and cost down. I don't want to try and buy anything special because this car is going to be obnoxious and it's going to be very rowdy. I like that the kit has some adjustments. There's a second hole down here for the through bolt, which allows you to just toy with the location of the motor. I think this is the perfect way for it to sit, where a trans will bolt up to it, no problems, and we'll still have room to wiggle and do stuff. But I'm very happy with how this initial fitment sits. I don't think we're rubbing on the... No, we're definitely sitting on the cross member. Okay. So we're sitting on the cross member for this oil pan. I'm definitely going to have to get the relocation one. I think a front sump will fit on this motor though, which is shocking. But if we come over to here, I will show you the motor that is going in it. I have a Gen 4 4.8 LS, came out of a Chevy Express van. But this has a Texas Speed low lift cam, so I don't have to do anything crazy. I don't have to do any special heads or anything insane like that and whatnot. Stock, everything else. I gotta obviously put oil pump on, get the correct sump for the vehicle, but should work pretty well. I think it'll make, what would you say, probably 300 horsepower.
For what?
With this 4.8.
4.8?
It's a 4.8 with a low lift cam.
And a cam?
Yeah.
Yeah, 300.
I would say, I think 300, 280 maybe, 280, 300 to the wheels.
Yeah.
Which, again, in this car will be fun because they are very light. And it'll be gutted.
Yeah.
So, but
A good old time.
this is going to be going in that. I have the heads sitting over on the shelf. Have to actually clean them because they came off of that little block right there. I don't know if you can see it, but that is a absolute gunk monster. It is disgusting. And those are mine. Don't even give me that. They were in my tool bag. Just watch where you grab them. I'll stab him if I have to, but this will be going in that. I'm very excited to continue on this project. It's the whole reason I started the channel, was to motivate me to actually tinker on my stuff for a few minutes a week and be able to put together a video, and hopefully people will enjoy what I'm doing. But thank you for watching. I don't know if there's anything specific people are going to want to see, but let me know if you want in the comments. I can do the best of my ability to explain things or try and give another video on to further in depth. I have no problem doing shorter videos and explaining things as to the best I can. But thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you want to. It'll definitely help motivate me to keep going and doing more. So thank you.